with a weighted kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell, but I've talked about this in another video and I just wanted to build upon it. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to use the kettlebell to help get a little bit more of an activation or a prompt in my hamstring and quads so that I can get a little bit more range of motion. So I'm kind of holding it down. Now, if you can see, I'm doing a pretty good job already. Oh, hey, what's up, Dina? Of being able to activate my quads and being able to get my hamstring to lengthen. But if you, let's say I was having a hard time and my knee was kind of like tight, my hamstrings were feeling it and my quads weren't really activating, we can use this weight to help facilitate activation of the quad and lengthening of the hamstring. So we can do reciprocal inhibition is the fancy way of what it's called. So this can just help facilitate that. So I'm going to kind of do it on both sides just to like get a little bit more, but it's just being able to have this anchor point is kind of nice. Again, you have to go crazy with the weight, but this is a kind of a cool way I like to apply this tool. To me, there's another version of like self-care and being able to have that. Now, what I feel is I tend to feel because I have a labrum tear on my left side. I can kind of feel that hip kind of acting up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, and again, this is just for me knowing my body and having like decades at this point of experience. I'm going to get into a kneeling hip flexor stretch. I'm going to use my other massage gun, not go super heavy, level 10 out of 30, and just get it right into my hip flexor, closer to the actual capsule. And it's just going to alleviate a little bit of discomfort because we have something called Golgi tendon apparatus or apparati, if we want to say plural, that really are predominantly focused at the insertion of the muscle. You understand the beginning and the end of the muscle. You can go with the belly of the muscle, but that's just for superficial things that you really actually won't get the actual tendons, the tissue, the fascia to release. From my understanding, it's something I have to have a deep conversation with a physical therapist. And what I do on one side, I do on the other, just for balance. And what this does is for 30 seconds or more, stimulating that Golgi tendon apparatus will let the actual fascia release a little bit more. So we'll get more range of motion and get a little bit more static stretch. Right, Carrie? Carrie knows. Talking to Carrie over there while she's eating chips and hanging with Hope Bear. Yeah, slow cooker. See, that's where we got the slow cooker on me. All right, so that's just getting a little bit from the hip flexor. Now we'll go actually into the foam roller, which is, again, another super powerful tool here. And what I'm going to do is a bonus. This traction behind me is like the bonus we're going to do at the end. Hope Bear knows. She's pumped. So this routine we're doing is actually part of my entire mobility PDS. So I'm going to start with my lower back.